Hey guys, I'm Mitch.
I'm Austin.
This is Super Platinum Achievement, and during the latest PlayStation showcase, they announced something that's been speculation for a while and that we've talked about in several videos based all the way back to some patents that were filed. But before we talk about that, if you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up at the end, share with your friends. But yeah, PlayStation officially announced the Project Q that they're working on, which is a PlayStation handheld device, which the original patent for it looked like a screen between a DualShock 4, and now that we've seen it, it's a screen between a DualSense.
DualSense, yes.
It really evolved there, but
yeah. So just a nice, literally the DualSense with an 8-inch screen is what they said, and it has all the capabilities of the DualSense. I think that's a smart way to design it, because I know a lot of people, if they don't have an ergonomic handheld, they don't like playing it for long periods of time. So if you go ahead and just put the controller handles on there, it's a lot better. So because I know a lot of Switch market, third market stuff is all for holding for like better grips and stuff like that. So I think it's just smart for Sony just to right out of the get-go, like it's just a controller. So that has been unveiled. The Project Q has been unveiled. I have opinions. I'm sure Mitch has opinions about what this is going to be. The biggest, I think, downfall. I don't want to say downfall, but I think kind of out of the get-go, a bad call out of the already is it is going to be a remote play device over Wi-Fi, and you need a PS5 to play it.
That's it. That's all that this is. It's basically a glorified Wii U gamepad.
Yeah.
It's a Wii U gamepad that you can take with you to other locations, which is a big letdown for me. Because, I mean, remote play, when it works well, is great and all, but you can already do that with what you already have in your hand, a smartphone and a DualSense. The big thing that would have changed my opinion on this is if it had stream services. If you did not have to have a PS5 to make this work, it would have been a big difference. But being a remote play only device, I do not think this will be successful. The rumor is that it's going to launch at a price point of $200, which is not bad, but if you look at some of the other devices around that price range, I can't remember you got the Razer Edge, I think is what it's called. And
then the Backbone, they're all about $120. So
you got the Backbone, but I'm talking about like the dedicated streaming devices. The Razer Edge is a dedicated cloud streaming device.
Yeah.
But they are cloud streaming. This is just a remote play device. And with that, I mean, like Austin just said, you could get the Backbone, you could get the Power A, you could get all these controllers that can attach to your phone and do the exact same thing. Granted, your phone is not going to be an 8-inch screen. I mean, an 8-inch screen is bigger than what the Switch OLED is at 7 inches. So that's nice. But, I mean, all in all, I think they really missed the mark on this.
Yeah, so I think, obviously, that is the biggest thing. If you were able to have some sort of onboard storage, because, you know, for me, a handheld is perfect for a airplane ride or car trip or something like that where you don't have Wi-Fi. So I think if there was just, and who knows, maybe they can tweak it a little bit. But if there was just a limit of onboard storage where you could maybe have a game or two on there, where you could play in an offline mode. If you have no Wi-Fi connection, this thing's worthless.
Yeah, and they already confirmed that. They said playable anywhere there's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, so that is a big L for this, because I can see a lot of good things from this thing. With this choice, obviously they wanted to keep the price down. That's $200. We'll see. The battery life needs to be like 20 hours, if not. Like
it needs to be phenomenal.
If they are sacrificing onboard storage, cloud streaming, and only doing remote play, this thing needs to last a long time. It can't be like, oh, here's your 4-hour charge and then it's dead.
But
it needs to be.
My faith in that is absolutely zero, because they can't even get the DualSense controller itself to last more than 5 hours.
So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
It's gonna be I guarantee you it's going to be 3-hour battery life.
Yeah, which is not going to be good, because like, what if you're out for the day, but you're going to be in like Wi-Fi, like coffee shops at your job or who knows what, and you want it to last the day. You don't want to have to be like worry about charging it, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So that is a potential issue or potential boon to it. I don't know. We just don't know at this time. I'm assuming it's going to be able to be used as a normal controller for your PlayStation 5, and maybe they'll have games incorporate a second screen like a Wii U kind of thing for this, which I think, if done well, could be kind of cool.
Would be cool, yeah.
Because I'm assuming this is going to be a touchscreen. If not, then it's not going to be worth it at all.
If it's not a touchscreen, then I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, because I think the only saving grace for this thing is it can be used as like a second screen controller, somewhat like a Wii U, where games can have an additional thing on there for the screen, so you can do that. Or I was talking about this with my wife. If someone's on the PS5 already, you can boot up this thing and play your game at the same time they're playing something else.
Yes, which would be nice, but if it's just how Remote Play is right now, you can't.
Because Remote Play now, like, you turn it on, your PS5 turns on at home. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that at all. Like, can we not have a way to access it without having your PS5 turn on? It can be a separate entity, but, like, not really. So, yeah, I think I'm kind of with Mitch on this. I think it just kind of missed the mark. I just don't understand what the mindset was, unless this is like under $150. I think $200 for this is too expensive. For
if it's
something
$149.9, that makes a lot more sense. But I mean, even at $200, I mean, you think about it, I think it's overpriced in the first place. But the DualSense Edge is $200.
Yeah.
So we don't even know if this is $200. This thing might come out and have a price point of $300. Yeah. We don't know yet. They didn't announce. That's just speculation at this point. Mm-hmm. But the DualSense Edge is $200, which I think is an absolute ridiculous price to pay for a controller. Yes, you've got those hardcore people. Yeah, exactly. You've got those hardcore gamers that do it. But I don't think that's worth it. I would never pay that for a controller. And the DualSense alone is a $70 controller. Mm-hmm. So for this to have a screen, I mean, at $150, it makes sense for me. If it was $150, yes, that makes sense. $200, you're not making as much sense anymore. You're pushing it. If it's over $200, it's a complete loss.
Yeah.
If it's over $200, just move on, because it's not going to sell. And already look at the social media comments. I'd say 75% of people are really upset about this. Everybody says, we wanted a console, not a portable monitor.
That's essentially what this is. So maybe Sony will take this, I don't know how far along they are in production, but if they're able to make tweaks to it or delay it a little bit to kind of maybe fix these problems, to add a cloud-based feature or something along those lines, where it's not just remote play, but you're able to, because the PlayStation has a cloud-based save function. Why can't you access that?
And we know that they've done streaming services, because right now on PlayStation Plus, or what was PlayStation Now, that's how you'd play games. Yeah. PlayStation 3 games on PlayStation Plus Premium are through streaming. So why can't they put that on this? I don't know why.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of questions around this, and just from the information we have on it, it sounds like it is not what gamers are wanting. Honestly, what they just need to do was just make it look like this, but be like a PlayStation Vita, where it's its own little console. Yes, maybe, and there's a way to stream your games from the PlayStation 5 to it, but not remote play it. Like we said, upload them to the cloud, or there is a limited amount of onboard storage that you could, save games into. But yeah, this just seems like
And I would have been fine with it being still like what the Vita was. The Vita, you could do remote play from it, but it was the same thing. It would turn on your PS4.
Yeah.
And I would be fine with that if that was an option on here. Hey, remote play and play PS5 with this, but you can also use it as a cloud streaming service, and we are launching, our past library of games. PS1, PS2, PS3 games are downloadable on this console.
Yeah.
And I know PS3's been a big issue because of how the PS3 was designed and the chipset that it used, and that's why they're only streaming right now. So, I mean, the PS3 was a big miss with that in general. So I can see why that would be an issue, but at least do some games that could run on that. Because, I mean, we're seeing some PS4 quality games on the Nintendo Switch for crying out loud. So
yeah.
I don't see why they couldn't have made certain games available for this on download. And people would have paid $400 to $500 if that was the case.
Yeah, if this was essentially almost another version of your PS5. Like a standalone version of the PS5, people actually might have opted, instead of buying a PS5, to buy this over that, because maybe they're like, I prefer handheld gaming. This is actually what I've been waiting for. Is I don't want a PS5. I don't. Maybe I don't have a a living room to sit and play in, or something like that. Like, this is their only option, kind of thing. And so it's like, I feel like they've missed the mark here. And obviously, the Nintendo Switch is the biggest selling gaming console at the moment. Capitalize on that. Yeah. Make your own version of it.
I don't know why they didn't see it. I mean, and everybody else is doing it right now. Every PC manufacturer on the planet is rushing to make a Switch competitor. And the biggest one we've seen right now is the Steam Deck, which is sold very, very well because it's one of the more affordable handheld PCs. If you were to make this the same thing, like Austin said, the Switch is right now the best-selling console and on track to become the best-selling console of all time. Why not copy? This is a copycat industry. Why not do that? I don't understand it. I think, I could go on forever about ranting on how disappointed I am with that announcement, but let us know what you guys think. Do you think this is as big as an L as we do? Do you think it's got its pluses, which it does? Or, just let us know in the comments what your opinions are. We'd love to hear from you guys. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And we hope to see you again soon on
Super Platinum Achievement.